Hello, good day everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are logged in from. Welcome to today's digital literacy class on creation and management of institutional repository. This class is going to be majorly practical because last week, for those of us that logged in last week, it was mostly theory. So this week it will be practical. My name is Mirabel, and I'll be your moderator for today. Like most of us know, like majority of us were not new to this program, this talk. Please let's mute our microphones to avoid distraction from the background, please. Then, if you have questions, it's either maybe you raise your hand or just drop the question at you drop the question at the question and answer section. Our facilitator for today is Mr. Aziz Elijah Olawale. Most of us know him, but for the benefit of those of us that have not attended any of this particular session, I'm going to introduce him for us so that we get to know our facilitator and the embodiment of knowledge that he carries. Aziz Elijah Olawale is a versatile professional in the field of library and information science. Currently serving as a digital librarian at the National Library of Nigeria with a profound understanding of library management system and digital archiving. Aziz is also the convener and team lead of Take Up Librarians Initiatives, where he shares valuable insights on digital literacy, information management, and technology integration within library and information center settings. Aziz's commitment to professional development is evident through his role as a facilitator in various training sections on digital archiving, institutional repository, library management systems, and relevant software application. His expertise extends beyond traditional library practices, encompassing critical subjects such as sustainable development, climate change, and information literacy. Reflecting and information literacy reflecting a holistic approach to information advocacy. Beyond his professional role, Aziz actively contributes to societal betterment through volunteer work with the Duke and Duchess Foundation, where he serves as a writer, content creator, and manages social media platform. This showcases Aziz's dedication to using information science not only for personal enrichment but also for broader community engagement, emphasizing the transformative role of libraries and information centers in fostering positive societal change. Let's put our hands together for our facilitator as he comes in to to, to give us part of what he have for us today. That is the practical part. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Mirabel, for the introduction as usual. I want to appreciate you all for finding time to join us today again. We have been on this journey since last week. I mean, for this particular module, the creation and management of national repository. So thank you so much for joining, and we'll be having our last class today, which is basically the practical session. So I would like to take us through what we have done so far. Please, can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so Miss Moderator, please permit me to mute everyone so that we can eliminate the background noise we are getting.
All right, there's no problem.
Thank you. Okay, so but however, you can use the chat session for any comments, any question. I believe our moderator will be in the chat session to curate all your questions and comments and bring them to our notice. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have been able to go through the theory aspects of this module, where we discuss introduction to institutional repository, design and development of institutional repositories, content management and acquisition strategies, advocacy of institutional repository, and then today we'll be focusing entirely on the Dspace content management and administration. So like I said last week, we are going to be demonstrating how to create our own institutional repository. So what then is Dspace? I want to believe this is not the first time some of us are hearing the word Dspace. Dspace is an open source digital repository system that enables the creation, storage, and management of digital content such as research papers, theses, images, and other scholarly works. Dspace also provides tools for organizing content into communities and collections, support customizable metadata, and facilitate access control and search functionalities. Dspace is widely used in academics and cultural institutions to build national repositories for preserving and disseminating digital assets. Dspace, like I mentioned earlier, is an open source digital repository system. So that means it is easy to use and easy to customize, depending on your own type of organization. So basically, all type of organization can make use of Dspace. For instance, the National Repository of Nigeria is being managed on Dspace. So you can see various organizations are making use of Dspace. Most libraries, around the world are making use of Dspace to manage and archive and preserve all of their resources. Now, Dspace is divided into community. We have the top level community as well as the sub communities. So while you are designing, most times I do tell people, before you start designing your repository, you must have designed a schema. A schema is like a model of what you want to build. You must have designed them in such a way that, in an hierarchical order. For instance, if we have an example here. So, okay, we have Federal University of Ekiti, which is an academic institution. So you must break it down. Are you going to arrange your documents on national repository based on departments, based on faculty, or based on the type of resources emanating from that institutions? So these are the decisions that must have been made before you start designing your repository. So based on this decision, that is what you will use in designing your schema, which eventually becomes your repository on Dspace. So, but before we move further, we need to talk about the community. That's the first thing that comes in mind when you want to develop your Dspace. The community is, the organization you want to serve. So, a community is a group of collection of related content, such as research papers or documents, organized around a common theme, discipline, or department within an institution. It serves as a way to structure and manage contents within the space. For example, we have Federal University or Yekiti. So this it represents the entire university as a top level community. Remember, I did mention that we have community and sub-community. So in this case, we have our community as Federal University of Ekiti. We are going to be maintaining this institution, while we are demonstrating how to design and explain repository throughout the class today. Okay, so we have a sub-community. A sub-community in the space is a smaller organization unit within the larger Dspace repository, often representing a department, research group, or specific collection of contents. It allows for more granular organization, that is, hierarchical way of arranging your content and management of digital resources within the space system. For instance, we have Faculty of Science. So it is a division of the University of Federal University of Ekiti representing the Faculty of Science. Then you can also have Faculty of Art, you can have Faculty of Agriculture, you can have Faculty of Law, depending on the number of departments you have within the institution. So aside from that, we also have collection. It is the logical grouping of items, often representing a thematic or organization unit. It provides a way to organize and present related content within the repository. So in this case, we have physics department research. You can have academic publications in physics department. You can have research papers in physics department. You can also have reports in physics department. All of these documents are emanating from physics department or Faculty of Science in Federal University of Ekiti. So you can see the hierarchical arrangements. Federal University of Ekiti is a community. Our sub-community is Faculty of Science. So under our collection, we have various documents um, under physics departments. So that is our collection. So let's move ahead because we don't have enough time today. So we have submission or item. There are two different things. So a submission refers to the process of adding contents to the repository, while an item is the individual unit of content that is being deposited, such as an article, thesis, or other digital materials. So the process of adding an item, to your repository is submission. So for you to be able to add any item, you must be able to describe them properly. That is where we have our metadata. These are the information that describes that item. We are all familiar with it: the title of the work, the author of the work, the dates, the abstract, and the likes. And also we have bitstream. There's something we call bitstream. So it is associated with the format in which we are saving our work with, and also the accessibility. Are you giving full access to the resources? You decide all of this with bitstream. We also have the original file. That is the primary file you upload on Dspace. We also have the license. Legal permission define how others can use, share, or distribute the item, ensuring adherence to copyright and usage policies. Then we also have indexing text. The extracted content from the item used for search and discovery, enhancing accessibility by allowing users to find relevant items based on their textual content. So we are looking at abstract in this regards. Now, this is what we are going to be practicing with, because we cannot go through the rigor of having to install Dspace on our system. Now, but before we go into the practical proper, I must mention here that we have, you must have installed your Dspace on your system. And for you to be able to install Dspace on your system, you must, have some of these items, operating system, like Windows. You must also have Java development kits on your system. Then you must also have a database. Is it Oracle or MySQL, depending on your choice. Also, you must also download the latest Dspace on your system, then install the Apache. So there is a lot of things you must do before you can start working on your Dspace. And most times, as librarians, I always advise that you work with the ICT units of your organization if you are looking at setting up the space like this because of the technical aspect of it. Okay, so I'll be sharing my screen. I want us to practice this now. Okay. So I'm trying to share, my screen now. Okay, please, I need a confirmation. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. So this is where we'll be working. This is our workspace, and then you need to get yourself familiarized with this demo site before you start thinking of setting one for your organization. Okay, so for us to start, we are going to be starting with demo.dspace.org. www.demo. Okay, let me just go back and enter this on a new page. Okay, so I'll just start with dspace.org. Okay, oh, sorry. Okay. Okay, so here we are. But before you can start working here or you can start practicing, with the demo set of this space, you must log in. And how do you do that? You can log in from here. Now, I would, okay, let me just, now you can see, so I would like to read this out. Dspace is the world-leading open source repository platform that enables organizations to easily ingest documents, audio, video, data sets, and their corresponding duplicate metadata. We discussed about this last week. So it also opens up these contents to local and global audiences. You can see immediately you have your work uploaded on this page. People from across the globe can access the content on your repository. So you can see it is pretty good for your researchers, your faculty members, your scholars in your organizations. So it's also issue permanent URLs and trustworthy identifiers, including optional integration with handles. Now we talked about DOI last week. Immediately you upload any documents on this repository, now this space, it generates a DOI for that particular document. So and for you to be able to start practicing with this, you can log in with any of these. If you want to log in as a demo site administrator, which we are going to be using today, you just need to copy the corresponding mail in front of it. So let's copy this. So we have this. The test user accounts below have their password set to the name of this software in lowercase. Okay, so let's go to login. So we are logging in as I have it here already. So let me just paste for those that may not get it. So paste. Now for this password, the password is Dspace, but all in small letter. Dspace, all in small letter. So now I'm going to log in. Okay, so very good. This is our workspace. This is where we are going to be performing all the magic. This is where we are going to be performing all the magic. So these are the tools we are going to be working with. We have new, we have edit, we have import, export, access control, admin search, registries, creation tags, processes, administer workflow, and pin sidebar. So these are all the tools we are going to be working with to produce our content on National Repository. So I'll be explaining all of this content before we start working with them. So what does new signify? So new allows you to create something new. Like we mentioned community, we mentioned collection, we mentioned sub community. So this is what allows us to create all of that. So new allows us to create new items or collection. And now we have edit. So edit allows you to make changes to existing items that you created with this new. And import allows you to bring in content from external sources into your Dspace repository. For example, if you have documents stored elsewhere, you can use the import function to transfer them into your Dspace repository. You have export as well, which also allows us to export or take content from our repository and save them on another device. It could be useful if you need to share content with others who don't have access to your repository system. We also have access control. So this access control allows you to manage who can edit, who can view, who can delete, or who can export content within your repository. And it helps you to ensure that only authorized users have access to important and sensitive information in your repository. Admin search, is a tool that helps administrators to quickly find specific items in collections within the Dspace repository. It makes it easier to locate and manage content efficiently. And registries, they are database or directories that store information about items in the repository. They help us to organize and categorize content, making it easier to find and manage. And we have creation tags. It allows us to it ensures that we meet standard requirements of repository. You can include tags like reviewing the metadata and verifying file formats or checking for copyright compliance. That is what the creation tags does. We also have the processes. So this is where we do most of the work. It's this is where we create our workflow. It gives us the step by step to follow in adding content to our repository. Last week I did mention that we have submitters, we have um, we have editors, we have reviewers, we have final submitters. So this is what we use to define the process. And administer workflow is where we add people, to this process. If I want Mr. A to be a submitter, that is where I do this. If I want Mr. B to be a reviewer, this is where I do this. And lastly, the pin sidebar. There's nothing much to it. It only makes our screen to be visible at all times and make it easier to access important navigations on this system. Now, like I mentioned earlier, I said before you start designing your repository, you must have designed a schema. So okay, so I need to be sure that we are following. So I don't want to use the Federal Investor Ekiti. I would like to take suggestions from the participants. What organization would you like us to create a repository for? We already have one for National Library of Nigeria, so I would beg that we consider other institutions, maybe like universities, ministries, and the likes. So I will let the moderator do justice to that. What organization would you like us to create a repository for? We are going to design the schemas ourselves before we start the process. Thank you. Over to you, Ms. Mirabel.
Okay, thank you. From the comments, let's as majority carries the vote. So it's just two people that have made a suggestion. Let's wait for others to bring up something, then we'll choose. I think universities here, Kaduna State, we have Brigham University. So, Mr. Aziz, are you saying that majority carries the vote, so I should just choose one? Which do you think we should go for?
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me? Can we just go ahead and use Kaduna State University? Can you hear me, please?
Okay, let's use Kaduna State. Okay.
Okay, so someone said explain the schema. So this is what it is the schema we are about doing now. It's just having a model of what we want to design. So we are going with Kaduna State University, and to do that, we have the community name as Kaduna State University. We all agree to that, and we also have sub-communities. We can have faculties, departments, or research centers. So to do that, we are going to come to this new. So we are creating a community first. Now we are starting with this top-level community. Now to do this, we are going to have this. So we are starting with Kaduna State University. Kaduna State University. Okay. So if you have a logo, you can upload a logo. So let me just see if I can just get any logo on my system. Let's see if I can get anyone. Okay. So I uploaded a logo now. Now, the introduction, you can just give a brief introduction, short description. You can leave this HTML thing. You can give a short description here. Now this is, so let's use this is the top level community representing the entire university. Okay, so you can give a more detailed, information about your repository here. So, but I'm just trying to find time so you can save. Okay, so you have successfully created the community here. Let's, okay. Oh, okay, so here we are. So this is the logo I uploaded for Kaduna State University. So this is our top level community. You can see this URL has been generated for this particular community. Now we need to further create sub-community, and to create sub-community we are still going to do that here. So we are going to go to community as well. Now this is very, very important. We are creating a sub-community under Kaduna State University. So immediately you click on create community, you are going to see this is what we created earlier. This is the top level community we created. So just click on it. So you are going to have this. So if you have a logo for your sub community, you can upload here. Okay, so let's have our sub communities. What can we have? We can have faculty of education, faculty of education. So if you still want to describe, you can just describe as this is sub community, say representing the faculty, faculty of education. Okay, so we'll go ahead to save. So you can create depending on your schema. Depending on the schema you have designed, this is faculty, you can see this is faculty of education under Kaduna State University. So you can go ahead to create more. So we are still under Kaduna State. Okay, so now there is something I want you to take note of. This is Kaduna State University Faculty of Education. So you are not to click on this. This is a sub-community. What we want to create is another sub-community. So you are not going to click on this particular options we have here. So what you need to do is just go ahead to type Kaduna State. So you are going to have this. This is what we want to create a sub-community for. So click on this. Okay, so let's have Faculty of Arts. You can have introductory. So this sub-community represents Faculty of Arts. Okay, so let's save this. Okay. So Faculty of Arts sub-community has been created. So we can still go ahead. Let's create one more sub-community to make it three sub-community. We are still creating under this. So partner. Okay, so Faculty of Science. Yeah. Okay, so short description. This sub community represents faculty science. Okay, so I'll go ahead to save this. Okay. Okay, so our community has been created. So the next thing to create now is the type of collections we want to house under each community. So we are going to have this. So let's start with Faculty of Science here. Moderator, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I think I have low battery, like 18 minutes now. I have low battery, so I may have to switch to another device, or maybe we'll just see where we can stop in this particular session and fix another date to continue. I've been having, electricity issue here in the headquarters. Please, can we get a yes to that before we continue? Because we have a long way to go here.
Let audience, because I feel like
Okay, let's let
yes,
let's review.
yes, but personally,
Okay, you are trying to say something.
yes, I said, but personally, because this is a practical class and it takes long time, I would have suggested we fix another day when you have full battery, because practical class takes even more than the time you slated for it.
Okay, so please let's hear from people. Can we fix tomorrow same time for to continue with the class? Because this is my battery here is 16 minutes, 16%, 16 minutes, which I don't think will be enough for us. You can unmute yourself.
Yeah, we can reschedule another meeting for tomorrow. But what time are we looking at?
Sir, I think it's better we will just shift it tomorrow. This time, the same time as we did today.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, I suggest the same time tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so I want to believe our opinion aligns with what the two speakers have said. So I would like to apologize, for what has just happened. We have been having the entire Abuja, not just the headquarters here, the entire Abuja city has been having, power issue since last 2 weeks or so. So I would like to apologize on behalf of the team and also on behalf of National Library of Nigeria. We are going to look for alternative power supply tomorrow so that we can have a seamless practical class. So I want to say a very big thank you to everyone and also to the National Librarian for her commitment relentless efforts to ensure that the field of librarianship and information science is being transformed in this digital age. I also like to appreciate all the participants that have been with us from day one and have been attending to all of the assignments, and also the digital literacy team. You are all wonderful. Thank you so much for your time, your efforts. God, bless you according to all of these efforts. Thank you. I would like to hand over to the moderator. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Aziz. You have said it all. You have said everything that needs to be said. Thank you very much. Thank you to the participants for your understanding. Thank you very
Okay, so I also
very
want
much.
to.
And
Okay, thank you. I want to also ask everyone to practice even up to this stage, so that by tomorrow it's not going to be too difficult for us to continue from here. So you can start with your own organization, build your schema, and you continue from where we are to start building based on the schema you have drawn out. Thank you. You're saying something, Victor.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I have some questions, but I think I will drop them at the WhatsApp group so that you can see them so you can help me with the answer.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
all right, thank you. All being said, I think until tomorrow by 4 o'clock,
Yeah.
the link will be sent to the group for everybody to join. Thank you all.
Thank you.